Well, they say that a clean desk is the sign of a cluttered mind. And if that's true, I'm in trouble because I really like a clear workspace. So if you like that too, or at least you want to know how to do that, then this episode is for you. Today I'm going to show you how to organize your phone's home screen. Stay tuned. Well, this is Tech Tips for Seniors, a show with tips for seniors, or anyone really, on how to better use technology such as smartphones and computers in your daily lives. And I'm your host, Bruce Ciotta, and today's show is on organizing your home screen on your phone. So why do we want to do this? Well, finding apps can be a real challenge. If you're looking for something in a pinch and you just can't seem to locate it on numerous, perhaps, screens, it can be difficult. And also, when you do organize your apps, you start to find out that there are some apps that you just don't use anymore. And you can free up some space on your phone when you just delete those apps that are not needed. Finally, it makes you feel much more in control when you're doing things on your phone that help you to feel like you know what you're doing. Those things help to build your confidence with using the device instead of feeling like the device is in control of you. And that's an experience that all of us have had. So I'm going to show you how to do this on an iPhone. And I'll also put a link for how to do this on an Android. Ironically, and this seldom happens, but it's almost identical to doing it on the iPhone. So if you just watch or listen, and I would encourage those with the audio version of this show to just go ahead and peek over at the video version that's in the YouTube. I'll also provide a link for that show there. It will help you to see what I'm doing. Okay, so if you take a look at my home screen, you'll notice that I have quite a few folders here already. You can tell because these are the ones that have multiple app icons built into a little box here. And I just organize these by logical groups. You can make these up on your own. You don't have to take the suggestions of others or even what the iPhone will present to you. You can come up with your own names of what groups are, and you can decide how you want to organize, just like you organize your home folders in your file drawer. And you can have as many of these folders as you want. The other good thing is that when you start to remove apps from an existing folder and you just drag the folders, you empty the folder goes away. It disappears, at least it does on the iPhone. So how do you move an app? Well, first of all, you touch and hold any app on the screen and you tap Edit Home Screen. And I'm showing you how to do this so you can see it on the video, but if you're not watching the video, you can be trying this on your own. You'll see a little menu pop up and it says Edit Home Screen. And then you drag the app to another spot. Like, let's say you want to drag it to the bottom of your screen and add it to the list of apps that are in your dock. You can do that. And you'll see that things kind of clear out of the way in order to allow you to do that. Or you can drag it into a folder that already exists. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm dragging this app, which I believe belongs in this folder, and then I'm going to drop it there by just letting it go. And then that app will be in that existing folder. Now, if you're done, then you can just click Done on the top of the screen. If you have an iPhone 8 or earlier, then you just press the home button on your phone. You have a discrete button and you just press that home button. Now, let's say you want to create a new folder. So to do that, you touch and hold the any app as I said earlier, and you'll notice that they will jiggle, and then you'll drag one app on top of another one. So I'm going to try to create a folder for all these podcast apps that I have on my desktop here, and on my home screen rather. So I'm going to drag one app on top of another, and then you'll see the iPhone will make a suggestion for what that folder should be called, but you can change that. Just click on the X and type the name that you would like to have it be called. Don't worry if you mistype it. You can always change that later. And then your folder is now created. What you'll need to do then, as I'm going to do, is I'm going to move the rest of the apps that I want in that folder, just drag them one by one into that new folder and drop them there. You'll see I also have some apps that are located on my next screen. The home screen has 2 pages in this instance. So I'm going to select one of those jiggling apps, and I'll bring it over to the side of the screen, and you'll see the iPhone will switch pages and bring me back to that main home page, and then just drop it back into that folder and do the same with the remaining apps. To name the folder as a fresh start, you can just touch and hold that folder. If, let's say, you named it something you don't like anymore, just hold that folder until it comes up with this quick action menu, and you tap rename, and then type the name, and then tap done. So that's it. You can just go on and do that for as many folders as you'd like to create. What my goal is to get all of my apps to fit on a single screen. So I have folders for all the different categories of things that I use, and so far that's worked for me. This way I don't have to go looking for apps on additional pages. And you'll notice that I leave some of the apps that I regularly use out of those folders just so that I can find them without having to open up a folder to do that. The camera app is one that I use all the time, for example, so I leave the camera out of that. You can also put your frequently used apps down in that dock, which I was showing you a moment ago how to do that. Anyway, that's it. I hope that you found this helpful, and that's all you have to do this organization, and hopefully you'll find that something that you want to do. Well, thanks for joining me today on Tech Tips for Seniors. Let me know if this was helpful by leaving a note in the comments section. And please remember to like, subscribe, and pass this on to a friend who can get something out of it. It would also be so helpful if you left us a review. If you've already done so, thank you so very much for that. And stay tuned for the next episode on Tech Tips for Seniors. Take care.